One. Shabbat Shalom, good Yantif. Praying for peace in Jerusalem, praying for peace in Israel right now. And I am greatly appreciative of everyone who's online for this, but there is no one here in person. I have the alerts set up so every time there's incoming rockets in Israel, I'm getting an alert. It's saying Tseva Adom, which means red alert. And it tells us exactly where, and it tells us it's just frightening what's going on right now. But there's no one here in person, and according to Max, there are 4 people online right now. I think we will not have a complete service then. So I'm using the weekday festival book, and it says that we're supposed to start at 1:48, actually 1:49. If you're using the weekday festival book, that's the black number. If you're using the big book, it's the blue squared number, bracketed number. And at the bottom of the page, it says, "Today we complete and begin the reading of the Torah. We rejoice in the truth Torah brings to our people. Its teachings are eternal and inexhaustible. They are life-giving and life-renewing. Today we give thanks for the precious gift of Torah. We love it for the depth of its humanity and revere it for its mysterious power. May our study of Torah enrich our lives and bring gladness to our people." And I think I'm going to just jump to something important. And I think we're going to cut this very short because, as you know, also, it's surprising. I expected that maybe some of the non-Jews in our community who have been emailing and calling and texting for support for us, I thought some of them might have come to join us in person, and I was thinking how sad a comment it is that the Jews are not coming and the non-Jews are coming, but no one is here. Me, Max, and the officer. Okay, well, we may have one person. But I am trying to find some important. We obviously do not have a minyan.
Tseva Adom. Tseva Adom.
Netivot. Hey, Debbie. Debbie's here, everybody. Hi, Debbie. You are our minyan. There are 4 people online, so we're going to cut this short, but you are welcome to come in and sit down.
Tseva Adom.
So that's in, you get front row seat, your choice of seats. So there. Yeah, we need some praying today. So there were 2 apps for iPhone about red alerts. One was called Red Alert. That's the one I used to have on it. Now when I look at it, it's almost only ads, and I couldn't figure out how to set the settings on it. So I did another one that's called, on my title, it's called TZOFAR, Tsofo. And it has been kinder. It's easier for me to find the stuff. I'm not seeing lots of ads, but it is notifying me. And I got to decide what kind of an alert sound I would have. And this one was called Tseva Adom Short. But I am trying to find.
Tseva Adom.
That's Be'eri. I hope that you watched the service last night. We had such a glorious time dancing with everyone, and the kids were adorable and wonderful, and it was, of course, as we call it, organized chaos. So I'm going to turn everyone to page 253. Page 253. Max, I'm coming down here. I'm going to sit for a sec. Oh, sorry, Debbie, you need a book. One moment.
What page did you say?
The black numbers are 253 in this book. And in the big book, the whole book, it's 517. And I'm going to do it in Hebrew, and we're going to do it in English. Sha'alu shalom Yerushalayim, Yishalanu Ohavayach. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. All of a sudden, I can't see for some reason. Avinu shebashamayim, tzur Yisrael v'gohalo. I don't know this one that well. It rattles around in my head. Avinu shebashamayim, O Heavenly One, tzur Yisrael v'gohalo, Protector and Redeemer of Israel. Barech et Medinat Yisrael, bless the state of Israel. Reshit Simchat Gulatenu, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Reshit Simchat Gulatenu. Hagen aleha bevrat chasdecha, shield it beneath the wings of your love. Ufros aleha sukat shlomecha, spread over the canopy of your peace. Sukat shlomecha. Ushlach orcha v'amitcha rosheha, sareha v'yoatzeha. I didn't say, send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, the heads and the advisors and the cabinet leads, the people in charge, the generals. V'taknem be'etzah tova milfanecha, guiding them with your good counsel. V'natata shalom ba'aretz, establish peace in the land. V'simchat olam liyoshveha, and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. V'nomar, amen. It's supposed to be a holiday of joy today. You know, just 2 weeks ago, I was saying that I couldn't believe that we would get attacked on our holiest day of the year, 50 years ago on Yom Kippur. But today we have a quadruple holy day in Israel, quadruple holy day. It's Shabbat, and it's Simchat Torah, and it's the end of Sukkot, and it's Shmini Atzeret. We're going by, here we go by the Israeli calendar also. It's the biblical calendar. I like to say if it's good enough for Torah, it's good enough for us. But in Israel, that's what they were doing. I'm not going to lie. I suspect that the synagogue attendance was a little better than what we're having here. But I suspect that there are a lot of people who weren't going to services for this Yom Tov, for this holy day. But it is a day that God ordained for joy. And I'll see the alarm is going off again, and I left it up here. Nitivot again. I'm getting a lot of notices from our non-Jewish friends. So I am going to suggest we are safer if we're home instead of here anyway. I am going to, I don't feel unsafe here in Shreveport. There's another barrage. I don't feel unsafe here, but I'm sure that in Israel they were not feeling unsafe on this holy day. Apparently this was unexpected again, and it was pervasive. It's everywhere. They're hitting everywhere. And I don't know what news you've seen, but the news that I saw, I kept reading the headlines, and I couldn't tell what was going on. It sounded like Israel had attacked Palestinian areas, and a woman had died. Israel had attacked them, and a woman had died from the Israeli attacks, and it's the exact opposite. And the headlines didn't show that, and I kept rereading the articles, and I am embarrassed for America for representing the news that way. News that I had always trusted before, and I looked for lots of different versions, and most of the news were reflecting something that was not what was happening. And then they're bold to say that Israel has declared war as if we were the instigators, and my heart hurts, and it's scary, and my heart hurts. So we need to continue to pray. I'm sure you can find ways to be updated, but we will not be taking out Torah to read it today. I suggest you look either last night, or I was remembering this morning some of the awesome ways that we tried to share that with you when everybody was trapped in the houses during the pandemic. So you can actually read along in the Torah with some of our versions from 2020 and 2021. And that was pretty cool. I loved when we spread out the whole Torah and we did a walkthrough. And next week we'll have Bereshit. So next week, we gave everybody a chance to come in person this morning. And Debbie's here, and we appreciate that. But next week we'll be back to normal on Zoom. And we'll have a minyan. And it'll be easier and safer. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Good Jantif, Chag Sameach. Pray for peace. And we'll see you next week. And watch for classes. I'll start classes again soon now, too.